Most people think intelligence is loud, fast talkers, sharp opinions, endless explanations. But the highest form of intelligence is almost invisible. It moves in silence. It watches. It waits. And most people miss it completely. Today we're uncovering 4 subtle signs of extremely high IQ, not measured by tests, titles, or applause, but by how a person moves through life. These signs don't make you popular. They make you unshakable. And if you recognize them in yourself, this is not an accident, it's a responsibility. Sign 1. You rarely react, you observe first. One of the clearest yet most misunderstood signs of extremely high IQ is emotional restraint, not emotional suppression, but conscious control. While most people react instantly to situations, intelligent minds create distance between stimulus and response. That distance is where power lives. Highly intelligent people are not impulsive. When insulted, they don't rush to defend their ego. When misunderstood, they don't feel the need to explain themselves. When chaos unfolds, they slow down instead of speeding up. This calm is not accidental, it is trained awareness. This idea separates ordinary thinking from elevated intelligence. High IQ individuals understand that reacting emotionally hands control to the external world. Remaining composed keeps authority within. Most people confuse intelligence with sharp comebacks, fast arguments, or dominating conversations. But true intelligence often appears as silence, observation, stillness, the ability to sit with discomfort without needing to release it through words or actions. This is why intelligent people are often misunderstood. Others may call them distant, cold, or arrogant. In reality, they are simply processing at a deeper level. They are reading the room, studying patterns, weighing long-term consequences instead of short-term emotional relief. Seneca warned that the greatest remedy for anger is delay. High IQ individuals instinctively delay. They know that emotions peak and pass, but consequences remain. So instead of reacting, they wait. And in waiting, clarity emerges. This doesn't mean they feel less. In fact, they often feel more, but they refuse to be ruled by those feelings. They don't let anger speak for them. They don't let fear decide for them. They don't let ego sabotage them. This habit creates a quiet advantage. While others burn bridges in moments of emotional overflow, the intelligent person preserves optionality. They keep doors open. They see beyond the present moment. They understand that life is a long game. Over time, this restraint builds something rare, psychological authority. People sense it. They may not understand it, but they feel it. Calm presence under pressure signals depth, intelligence, and internal strength. Research in cognitive psychology supports this. Emotional regulation is strongly linked with higher executive functioning, the part of the brain responsible for planning, judgment, and complex problem solving. In other words, the ability to control emotional reactions is not just wisdom, it's intelligence in action. We learn slowly that not every thought deserves expression. Not every emotion deserves obedience. Not every battle deserves engagement. And this realization changes how we move through the world. We stop arguing to win. We stop explaining to be understood. We stop reacting to feel powerful. Instead, we respond with intention. This is the first subtle sign of extremely high IQ. You don't live at the mercy of your emotions. You command them, and once you master this, very little in life can shake you. Sign 2. You feel deeply, but you don't let feelings control you. One of the most overlooked signs of extremely high IQ is emotional depth paired with discipline. Not emotional numbness, not cold detachment, but the rare ability to experience intense emotions without becoming enslaved by them. Highly intelligent people often feel more than others. They notice subtleties. They sense shifts in tone, energy, and intention. They pick up on what is unsaid. This sensitivity is not weakness, it is data. But what separates them from the crowd is this: They do not confuse feeling with truth. Epictetus taught, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." This insight sits at the core of high intelligence. Intelligent minds recognize that emotions are signals, not commands. They listen, but they do not obey blindly. Where most people act from emotion, intelligent individuals observe emotion. They ask, "Why am I feeling this? What triggered it? Is this emotion useful or destructive?" This pause creates inner order. Many people assume that being emotional means being irrational. That is false. The real danger lies in being unaware of one's emotions. High IQ individuals are aware. Pain does not confuse them. Anger does not hijack them. Desire does not rule them. Seneca warned, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Emotional mastery is freedom, and freedom is intelligence in its highest form. This is why intelligent people may appear calm during loss, rejection, or chaos. Not because they don't care, but because they refuse to amplify suffering by resisting reality. They accept what has happened, then focus their energy on what can still be shaped. This creates a quiet resilience. While others spiral emotionally, intelligent individuals stabilize themselves first. They understand that clear thinking is impossible in emotional turbulence. So they settle the mind before making decisions. Psychology supports this pattern. Emotional regulation is linked to higher cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt, reframe, and solve complex problems. People who can feel deeply without collapsing inward tend to outperform others in long-term outcomes. There is also loneliness in this trait. Highly intelligent people often realize early that most emotional reactions are contagious and irrational, so they step back. They become selective with who they share their inner world with. Not out of superiority, but out of self-preservation. We begin to understand something most never do. Not every emotion deserves expression. Not every feeling deserves validation. Not every inner storm needs to become external chaos. This discipline creates inner silence, and within that silence, wisdom grows. We don't deny pain. We don't escape discomfort. We don't pretend to be unaffected. We simply refuse to let emotions decide who we become. This is the second subtle sign of extremely high IQ. You experience life intensely, but you remain in command. And when a person can feel deeply without losing clarity, they possess a kind of strength that cannot be taught, only earned. Sign 3. You think long-term while others obsess over the moment. One of the clearest yet least recognized signs of extremely high IQ is the ability to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term clarity. This is not patience alone, it is strategic restraint. A mind trained to see consequences before they arrive. Highly intelligent people live in the present, but they decide from the future. While most people ask, "How do I feel right now?" we ask, "Where does this path lead?" This habit quietly shapes everything: relationships, work, reactions, even silence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." This was not poetry, it was a cognitive principle. Intelligent minds naturally trace actions forward, imagining their outcomes before committing to them. They understand that impulse is expensive and that every decision carries interest. This is why intelligent people often seem restrained, even severe. They decline opportunities others chase. They delay gratification others demand. They walk away from temporary pleasure when it threatens permanent damage, not because they lack desire, but because they understand cost. We begin to see that discipline is not denial, it is prioritization. Highly intelligent individuals also recognize that emotions distort time. Anger demands immediate release. Desire demands instant reward. Fear demands avoidance. The intelligent mind steps back and asks, will this still matter in 5 years? Will this decision strengthen or weaken my future self? Seneca warned, every vice is born from impatience. This insight explains much of human failure. Most people are not defeated by lack of talent, but by inability to wait. High IQ individuals wait. They endure boredom, they endure misunderstanding, they endure the discomfort of being early while others are still asleep. This creates another misunderstood trait. They appear slow to act. In reality, they are gathering perspective. They are watching patterns repeat. They are measuring human behavior not by words, but by consistency over time. This long-term orientation also explains why intelligent people rarely engage in drama. Drama is short-term stimulation with long-term consequences. Arguments feel good for a moment. Proving a point gives temporary satisfaction, but the intelligent mind sees the aftershock: broken trust, wasted energy, irreversible damage. So we choose silence, not because we are passive, but because we are precise. Modern cognitive science supports this. High intelligence correlates with delayed discounting, the ability to value future rewards more than immediate ones. This skill predicts success more reliably than raw talent. But there is a shadow side. Thinking long-term often means walking alone. It means refusing shortcuts when others are celebrating them. It means watching people mock patience until time proves otherwise. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is future-based identity. We act not from impulse, but from alignment with who we are becoming. We don't chase moments, we build trajectories. This is the third subtle sign of extremely high IQ. You live today with tomorrow in mind. And while others burn brightly and fade quickly, we choose to endure quietly, deliberately, unbreakable over time. Sign 4. You are emotionally unreactive in a world addicted to reaction. One of the rarest indicators of extremely high IQ is not brilliance on display, but emotional restraint under pressure. While the world rewards loud reactions, outrage, and instant emotional discharge, intelligent minds move in the opposite direction. They pause, they observe, they choose. We live among people who confuse intensity with truth. The louder the reaction, the more real it seems. But we know something most do not. Emotion clouds judgment, and judgment, once clouded, becomes a weapon turned inward. Epictetus stated plainly, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them." This insight reveals a profound psychological ability, the capacity to separate stimulus from response. Highly intelligent individuals feel deeply, but they do not let feelings rule them. When insulted, they resist the urge to retaliate. When misunderstood, they resist the urge to explain. When provoked, they resist the urge to react. This is not weakness. This is cognitive dominance. Modern psychology confirms that high intelligence is strongly associated with emotional regulation. Those with superior cognitive control can delay emotional expression, analyze a situation from multiple perspectives, and respond rather than react. This is why intelligent people often appear calm in chaos. Not because chaos doesn't affect them, but because they understand that every reaction is a choice, and not every choice deserves energy. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mental sovereignty is rare. Most people hand over their inner state to external circumstances without resistance. We do not. We recognize that anger is contagious, panic spreads, ego seeks validation, and participation in emotional chaos only multiplies suffering. So we step back. This emotional restraint creates a quiet authority. Others may not understand it, but they feel it. There is weight in someone who cannot be emotionally hijacked. Their presence stabilizes rooms. Their silence unsettles manipulators. But this path is not glamorous. Unreactive minds are often misunderstood. People expect emotional performances. They interpret calm as indifference, silence as arrogance, restraint as coldness. Yet we know the truth. Seneca wrote, "The greatest power is to be master of oneself." This mastery is not suppression, it is selection. We choose which emotions deserve expression and which deserve dismissal. This is the fourth subtle sign of extremely high IQ. You do not live at the mercy of your emotions. In a world addicted to reaction, we remain centered. In a culture of noise, we become still, and that stillness is not emptiness, it is control. Get exclusive content and deeper insights. Join our membership today. Link in the description.